Hey y'all. So I just started reading Auntie Tab's book. I call her Auntie because that's my auntie. And when I say, how there are a lot of influencers out here in today's society, but Auntie Tab is an influencer that I can proudly say is like a role model for me. Um, I just am naturally drawn to her. Like, that's my girl. That's my auntie. I don't know. That's my auntie. I have her book called Feeding the Soul because it's my business. And it's so crazy because um I go through different phases when it comes to books. Like sometimes I be, really into my books and then sometimes I fall short. But I have like a little book collection I'm working on building my library, and this is a book that has been in my closet for a while in my library. And I was going to my closet to get my book. I was going to my closet to get my book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. That is a very good book on building habits because that's something I've been working on as well. Just like my habits, and it's a book that I never finished. And I went to my closet looking for it, and I couldn't find it. And now that I think about it, I think it's in my trunk. It could be in the trunk of my car, but instead, I came across this book, and I bought this book a few months back and never read it. And it's so crazy. As I'm reading the book, I'm like, wow, like God really, God is so intentional. He know I needed this in this moment. And as I'm reading it, she's instantly talking about seeds and how we plant seeds and you don't get the harvest the same day. It takes time, and she's just being so nurturing throughout the book, and it's especially needed in this season of my life because I feel like I'm in a space where I've planted seeds and I've been working, but it can get hard and it can be difficult. And she talks about how, like, even her, like, people are like, Tab, I love your life. And it's crazy to me. I get the same thing, like, and I'm just like, that's because you're on the outside looking in. Like, I go through just like you go through. I go through anxiety and depression, and it's like it is a fight for me, just like it is for you. Like I go through everyday life struggles just like you do, right? And so this book is like being so good to me right now, and I'm literally, it's so crazy, y'all. I'm just now finna start chapter 1, and I've been fed just from the introduction. I'll read it to y'all a little bit. I'm gonna read y'all. I'm gonna be the narrator for y'all. Introduction. Hello there, honey. And I gotta read it in her voice, y'all. I don't want to say I study Auntie Tab, but like I said, she is an influencer that I genuinely like. I admire her. So I have my auntie. I mean, I have my nephew watching Tab Time on YouTube. Okay, I'm like, yeah, it's a little advanced. It's more so for preschool. He only 2, but you finna be watching Tab Time, and he be so excited when it come on. He get the clapping. I'm like, yes, like you better love on Auntie. She say, honey, how y'all doing? Y'all all right? Trying to hang in there? Listen, I understand. I really do. And because we all have, and this is the introduction, y'all. This is how she is starting this book out. And because we all have either gone through something or currently going through something or are about to go through something, I thought I'd share my heart and story with you. The elders in the church of my childhood back in Eden and Ruffin, North Carolina, used to sing a song called How I Got Over. It was a declaration of not just the faithfulness of God, but their own persistence through both good and hard times. It was a signpost that pointed directly to the ways they chose to live and love in order to make it a point where they could say, hey, y'all, I'm good. I made it to the good part. In a way, this book is my how I got over declaration to you. It's filled with both affirmations and inspiration on how to live your life with an abundance of love, joy, peace of mind, and freedom. You like that? Very good. It's such a powerful thing to rise out of the depths of darkness. Ask me how I know. There's an old saying I used to hear from my mom. When asked how she was doing, she would respond, oh, I thank God I don't look like what I've been through. Isn't that the truth? I know some people will say, oh, Tab, your life is amazing. Well, that's because they're on the outside. They are looking only from the outside. They are only seeing the fruit instead of the roots. Honey, remember, the same day we plant our seeds, it's not the same we eat the fruit. The same day we eat the fruit. It takes time before the harvest comes. Sure, today I don't look like depression. I don't know what I look like today. I don't look like anxiety or migraines or autoimmune disease. I'm just putting my own words in, y'all. Autoimmune illness. I don't look like any of those things, but guess what? I've been through them all. There was a time when I didn't think I would ever make it out of a very lost and dark place, but I did. And when I received my breakthrough, I made a sincere promise to God that because He brought me out of darkness, I would always try to be a light for others to follow suit. So, honey, I'm writing this book to bring you some light. I want you to know that you are loved, that you are not alone, despite what the journey might look like right now for you. More than anything, I want to inspire you to be your best self and maybe even make you laugh a little bit along the way. If you happen to cry a little too, that's your business. The world is tough right now. There's enough sorrow and frustration to go around. More people are struggling with depression and anxiety than ever before. The fear of the unknown has caused so much stress and fear. But know this, whatever it is you are feeling right now, whatever you may be going through, it will pass. I won't lie to you, it probably won't happen overnight. It may not end tomorrow or even the next day. But I'm a living witness to the fact that life will not always be hard. There was a time in my life when I just knew I had it all. In the year of 2018, I made a vision board and posted images and messages like working actress and okay, let's skip that part. But she's talking about how what she prayed for, she got it. And then you have to be careful what you pray for because you got to ask God to basically prepare you to know how to take care of what you ask for. You ask for a blessing, God gonna give it to you, but you gotta be prepared. You gotta ask to be prepared for the blessing so you know how to take care of it and sustain it. So she says, I flipped the page, y'all. She says, so nowadays my prayers look a little different. I say, Lord, prepare me for what it is I think I want. Prepare me for the blessings so I will know how to keep them when I get them. And Lord, sustain me through the storm with hope, faith, and joy. And that is so good to me because it's like, Lord, sustain me through the storm with hope, faith, and joy. Because when you're in the storm, it's hard to see. It's hard to have faith. It's hard to have joy. So it's like, Lord, help me to keep me, like keep me. Don't let me lose my faith, my joy, my peace, hope for the future, you know? This book is so good, y'all. Let me flip. Let's flip through a little bit. I done read all this. She talks about how you have to have empathy for others because you have to think about when someone says like mean or nasty things to you or someone is acting a certain way towards you, You shouldn't feed them that same energy back because it brings you down to where they are. You have to have empathy, and empathy is love, like, basically. And you have to know how to look at the situation and say, okay, that person is acting that way, then clearly they are hurt or they are hurting in order to, want to treat someone a certain way or do something or say anything ill to somebody, then clearly you are hurting. And then if you were to say something bad, then that shows that that person has hurt you and now you want to hurt them back, but you want to move in love and just, like, grace. And she ended her introduction off with saying, focus on your life. Let's go to this page. Focus on your life, honey. Do whatever it is that pleases you. Put yourself first. Fill your own cup so you'll have enough to share when it comes time to pour out those amazing gifts of yours. Do things that make you happy. I know what social media tells us, but take it from someone who is considered an influencer. It really doesn't matter what other people think. You will be the most successful when you choose to be the most authentic. When you mind your business, more business will come. Don't be ashamed of living your life to the fullest. Don't let fear keep you bound to an identity that was never yours. Walk into your freedom with your head held high. And I suppose that's really the bottom line. This book is my way of modeling freedom through testimony. I've been through some things, but one day I decided that I would no longer be bound by the residue of my past. I decided I would no longer allow what so and so said to define me. I choose freedom, freedom to be, freedom to trust, freedom to be able to say because it's my business and really mean it. And that, honey, is what I want most for you, to get free and stay free and never apologize for it. I love you. Tab. And now that's when I get to chapter 1 where I'm at. And it's called That's Your Business. Um, Chapter 1, Your Gifts, Your Business. I'm not gonna sit here and read the whole book to y'all now. I just wanted to share it with y'all because, like, I just started and it's good to me already, and I just wanted to share. Your gifts, your business. We are all gifted. That is our inheritance. Eat the waters. I have a question for you, honey. One that maybe you haven't been asked in a good while, if at all. What gifts were you born with that you are not using? What are those things you can say without a shadow of a doubt? I'm gifted in this area. This comes naturally from me. Some people are great at math, others are great at teaching children. Some folks can sing the paint off the walls, and others can draw anything with scary accuracy. So I ask you again, what gifts do you have that you're not using? Listen, we were born with gifts, talents, and abilities in order to use them, not to let them stay dormant inside of us, not to be silent around them, not to carry them right on to the grave without doing a thing about them. There's an old, I don't, adage, I don't know what that word is. Adage. I got when I like that's why I like reading books too. You learn new words. I'm gonna look that word up when I get off here with y'all. That says the richest place in the world is the cemetery. Okay. The richest place in the world is the cemetery. Too many people leave this world without ever letting their brilliance and creativity see the light of day. Don't you dare be one of them. Start using those gifts and watch your world start to change. Growing up, I had so many moments that really scared me when it came to recognizing the gifts I had and trying to figure out what to do with them. My whole life, I've always been funny. Even as a child, I knew I could make people laugh. I used to be the joke teller at all the cookouts when I was a kid. I loved jokes and laughter so much. My daddy bought me my first joke book when I was in the third grade. Oh God, how I loved those books. I would read them all the time and even came up with my own jokes that I'd test out on my family. I couldn't wait for the next big family gathering so I could share my latest jokes or performance. My family would laugh until they cried sometimes. It made me feel so good that I was giving them so much joy. I didn't realize that my sense of humor and timing were actually divine gifts until, of course, much later in life. But there was another gift, one that for a while there I wouldn't talk about. I was sure that people wouldn't understand it or they would be so frightened by it that they'd think I was crazy and stay away from me altogether. I have the gift of seeing and dreaming. Some folks back home call it second sight. I had many dreams as a child about various relatives or certain circumstances that felt like premonition. One night when I was 6 or 7 years old, I had a dream that I was stuck in the automatic sliding doors at the grocery store. I saw myself, my arms and legs flailing, trying to escape the opening and closing doors on my body. When I woke up, I told my mama and she comforted me. I'm going to stop right here. That's how it's so crazy. It is so crazy that, not even crazy, God is just so intentional. Y'all, I turned my air off while I'm sitting in the car because I didn't want the noise to, and I probably look like I'm sweating. And it is a little hot in here, so I'm finna get ready to stop this so I can turn my air back on. But that's what it was. That's God is so intentional. That's why I really have to finish this book. But one of Auntie Tab's videos came up on my YouTube this morning, and she was saying, and it's so crazy because a few weeks ago I saw her talk about how she was going to start going live talking about how she have dreams and things like that. And I got on YouTube today and I saw another one of her videos, and she was talking about the dreams again and how she was going to start doing it. And she was talking about what she's saying in the book, that we have to start using our gifts. And it's something, I don't know if it's something that I've always experienced as a child, but as of recently, over the last few years, as I have been building my relationship with God and just getting closer to God, I have dreams, like dreams that are like, and it's not even more so scary, but they can be. But it's so crazy because he never really does anything to really scare me. But sometimes it does cause me to jump up out my sleep, and it's just like, what is happening? And that's how it's so crazy. So yes, that's so crazy. I saw the YouTube video of her talking about how um that, and then she was like, yeah, and that's what I talked about in my first book, Feeding the Soul. She was saying how she talks about it in her book, and she was talking about it on her YouTube and saying she feels the need to like bring more attention to it. And as she was saying it, that was literally this morning that I was watching that video. And as she was saying it, I was like, oh yeah, I have that book in my closet, but I never read it. And as I'm going to my closet to look for my other book, Atomic Habits, this book gathers my attention. And I'm like, well, she did say something. Like, I just felt called to read this book. And God is so intentional. And it makes so much sense because it's like, I have dreams. I do. I do. And I'm still learning to understand them. And my dreams they don't be as clear to where it is that exact thing, but it's to the point where, like, sometimes when things happen, I'm not completely surprised. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, wow, I saw this coming, but not in that way. Or like, wow, like in the midst of the dream happening, I wake up like, God, what are you trying to show me? And then eventually it'll start making sense. Like over time, I'll be like, wow, like I had a dream about this and then this happened, or like this and then this, like, so for my dreams it's never that exact thing, but I feel like God will try to warn me. Like God sends me warnings in my dreams. And wow, that is so crazy. But I'm gonna stop this video right here because I'm gonna continue to read my book, and I'm gonna turn my air back on. And I'm gonna finish reading my book. And if you guys are enjoying this book and would like for me to continue reading it with y'all, or like kind of giving y'all cliff notes on the book, or like what I'm reading from it, I will continue to do that because I'm enjoying it, and I will continue to talk to you guys about it if you guys enjoy it. So just let me know. I love y'all. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay in contact with me and Auntie Tab. I love her so much. Like, there is no one else. If you want me to be, I am not one of those girls who be looking up to these folks, these influencers and stuff. Like, they don't move me. But Auntie Tab, I love her. Like, I love Auntie. I love her. I love Auntie because I could just see the gift of God just all over her. Just all, it's just a light. She's just a light. And I know she go through things, but she's just a light, and just a kind reminder that, just like she's saying in this book, like, this too shall pass, like every night that comes before it. That's something God didn't give me the gift for singing, but I be singing anyway. Bye, y'all. I love y'all. Let me know if y'all. I'm gonna continue to. Let me know if y'all want me. Let me know in the comments, like, if y'all would like for me to continue to read this book with y'all, because I can tell it's gonna be very, very good to the soul. Feeding the soul, baby. Feeding the soul. Bye, y'all. I love you. Jesus loves you more.